dear students, to me, you are like my grandchildren. So, I am going to tell you some stories about our batch since I am representing the batch of 69. We were a batch of 60 people from different parts of India and a few from Sri Lanka and Malaysia. We came from diverse backgrounds, cultures. Some studied in exclusive schools, some in very ordinary schools. We spoke different languages. We followed different faiths. But we stuck together as a batch of 69. The 1969 batch is unique. It was our privilege to serve CMC with 3 principals, and a 4th one went on to become principal of another medical college. We have 3 chairpersons of the Friends of Vellore USA and 1 chairperson of Friends of Vellore UK. Some of our batchmates committed their entire life serving in mission hospitals. They continue to be great influencers among medical students and doctors. Let me tell you about one of them. He worked in a mission hospital in a village in Maharashtra. Finally, when he left, the whole village came to the railway station to see him off. Later on, as he was passing by that route, someone identified him and informed the villagers that he was passing by. So the villagers landed up and had a tea party at the railway station, forcing the station master to keep the train till the party was over. Our batch also produced excellent surgeons, clinicians, health advisors, academicians, researchers, and epidemiologists known nationally and internationally. During the COVID-19 pandemic, some were on television channels and other social media platforms advising the country how to deal with the crisis. It may look like I am boasting that we are exceptionally brilliant and committed. The truth is, many of us were not mature enough, not focused to start with. Here is one such. He was our sports star in the first year, excelling in athletics and games, even going on to the national level. However, academics took a back seat. He did not make it in the first 2 attempts in the first year exams. If he missed the 3rd attempt, he would have to leave the college. We were all worried. Miraculously, there appeared a lady from our batch who took upon herself the task of motivating him. This classmate rose to become a famous cochlear implant surgeon, and now, with the state government support, does free cochlear transplant implants for children. He heads a charity organization to aid and rehabilitate his young patients. He's getting awards after awards, I don't have time to mention them. Another lady, batchmate of ours, has done great community service. She and her team have set up 3 primary health models in different states: HIV/AIDS care, rehabilitation centers, and income generation programs for women. There was a time in her life she was not sure if she would be able to continue her studies in CMC as she was a citizen of another country and couldn't get money across. Some in our batch have had setbacks early in life. One of us lost his father, the only earning member of the family, in the 2nd year. Though many in his family advised him to give up medicine, he persevered under great financial struggle. He became a psychiatrist and is now working for an NGO and is doing tremendous work for the society. Another classmate in the 2nd year lost her grandmother, who brought her up, as her own mother had passed away after childbirth. These 2 dear batchmates remember how some of our batchmates on their own made all the arrangements for their travel, accompanied them to Chennai, stayed with them till they were on their way home. Our batch was a cohesive batch. We sadly lost 6 of our batchmates over the years and we miss them dearly. The batch also had highly talented musicians and sports persons. One lady in our batch, even at the age of 70 plus, is winning gold medals for martial arts, swimming, dancing, etc. We batchmates have remained friends and still meet as a batch for class prayers and a chat every Saturday on Zoom. At the fag end of our career, we can proudly say the training in CMC and the mentors we had in CMC had a lot to do with the success of our batch. This institution molded us to face many challenges we faced. You may not realize how fortunate you are to be sitting here as CMC students. You will realize it only when you work outside. I asked our batchmates whether they had any advice to give you all. I had a lot of responses, but due to lack of time, I will just summarize it very briefly. Trust in God, stay focused on your goal, be prepared for hard work, it's worth the effort. Treat patience first with your heart and then only with your intellect. Stick together as a batch. There is no place for unhealthy competition. Develop friendships that last. In closing, I want to give you an anecdote about a taxi driver I read. It's very briefly. A traveler had gone to Orlando, was visiting Orlando, and this taxi driver approached him. And the taxi driver was very friendly and engaging. So this man got into the taxi and went quite a bit. And then he told the taxi driver, do you know, this is the first time I am visiting Orlando. If somebody asks me what I think of the people in Orlando, I would say they are terrific people. Do you know why? Because you are such a nice guy. When you finish your course and go out into the world, you may be the first person somebody meets from CMC. Because of you, they should be able to say, CMC and the people are terrific. That is what Jesus meant when he told his friends, people will know who he was by the way we treat one another. Here's wishing you all the very best.